Hey everybody, and welcome back to Questbound. Today we're going to be taking a look at getting the comp boards number 5 and 6 from Ruin Station. The reason I'm starting with this one is it is the only station out of the three between Obituary, Checkmate, and Ruin. It's the only one that does not need the supervisor red card keys. It does not have a door inside the contested zone that requires the supervisor red card key. So don't bring in any of those here. All the keys that you're going to need are inside this contested zone. There are 3 keys inside this contested zone. One actually opens up one of the 2 comp boards. The other comp board is just out in the open once you get through a timed door. And then the other 2 keys that you can get from in here open up loot rooms. In this one, we're only going to be taking a look at getting in and getting those comp boards. I'm not too worried about the loot rooms. So we're going to jump down here real quick. I'm going to show you the 3 entrances into the contested zone. So right here you have access B. This comes in the bottom corner of the contested zone, right next to the last resort. Now, over here is the second entrance. This is gate C. This one comes out the direct opposite corner from access B. That comes out over by the wasteland door. Now there is a third access. You're going to go back over here into the market. You're going to go all the way down through the market here. Turn this way. You'll see the big pink arrows. They'll guide you to each of these doors. Now this is access A. This comes in on the same corner as access B, but it comes in a tier above it. So once you get into the contested zone, there are 3 tiers. Now I like to go through access B. I don't know why. I'm sure access A would be a better one because you come up from above, but I've just gone through access B the most time, so this is what I'm going to show here. You're going to go in, you're going to come up through this door. Up until this point, you are in a safe area. As soon as you come in through this very first door, now you are in a PvP area, even in this first little area. You see this fuse here. I like to grab the fuses as I see them. You are going to need fuses to enter the 3 blue card doors. Now, once you enter this door, this is where you're going to really want to start being pretty careful, because this is where you're going to really start to potentially run into people here. So you're going to come down this hallway here. I like to take it pretty slow. Like I said, it's really common. Out of all 3 stations, I think the Ruin is the most PvP intensive. I don't know why. I think Checkmate has a better loot room, but Ruin just seems to constantly have lots of PvP going on. So this is going to bring you out, like I said, in that bottom corner near the last resort door. Now you can see from up here on the one side here, we have the wasteland door. The exact opposite side, we have the last resort, and right there is where access A and B come into play here. Across from those is where access C comes into play. And here on the other side, you have the Crypt door. This is the door that's going to get you into the blue card, that's going to get you the comp board. The other 2 doors, the keys that come out of there, get you into the loot rooms. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to take you guys through the Crypt and just get the comp boards. Like I said, I think Checkmate has a better loot room. So you're going to want to go down to that base floor, go over to the Crypt door. Now you're going to want to pop out a fuse. I like to get it in my hand while I'm behind cover. You're going to pop it in the door here, and be careful right here. You will run into people here sometimes. Sometimes another thing that'll happen here, just a tip here, if the fuse is not wanting to go into the door by hand, just place it on the ground, pull out your tractor beam, and you can tractor beam these into place. When they're in the wrong position, it'll show yellow there. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and rotate it around. Excuse my tractor beam skills here. You're just going to want to rotate it. As soon as it turns green, you just let go of the trigger. It'll pop right into place. Now, the other thing you want to do here is make sure you shut this door behind you. Now, this isn't going to keep people out permanently. Obviously, they can just pop another fuse in there, but it's going to keep people from running straight in behind you. There's usually only copian in this particular one. It's super easy. Again, just be careful. I like to check down here to make sure that is an exit down there. So there can be people headed out that way. You might be able to catch them and get their cards off of them as they're exiting. In here, this is the room that's going to have the card printer and a few loot boxes here. So you're gonna want to make your way over. I like to stay pretty careful most of the time. And here is the key card spawner. Now, something that can happen here that happened to us all the time is that the key card printer will be broken. It'll show grayed out here. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to server hop because that is not something that I've seen. Like you can leave and come back and it'll be fixed. Now, once you print out the key card, it will go on a 30-minute timer before you're able to pull another card out of it. So if you come in here and you find that it's on a timer, it means somebody already came. You can either choose to wait it out or you can server hop and go try somewhere else. Now you're going to want to go directly back the way you came into this main room here where you're straight across the way. You're going to see the treasure vault here directly across from the crypt door. Now, one thing to note here, right where that treasure vault sign is a great place to camp. People love to camp this spot. It is by far the favorite spot here. Camp, it's got a great view of the whole area. The other place is directly up in the center is a catwalk area that has weapons that spawn up there. So like you see here, people love to go running across there. Now, this door here, this is the treasure vault door. This door is a door that is on a timer. From what I've seen, it is closed for 20 minutes, then it opens and is open for 1 full minute, and then it closes again for 20 minutes. So if you get in there, the door's closed, just wait. Usually doesn't take too long. I've never come right at the beginning of the 20 minutes, and even if you do, there's a lot of good PvP. So I like to just hang out right here and wait that full minute for the door to close, because then this isn't like the fuse doors where somebody can pop a fuse in and come in behind you. Once this door is closed, you have 20 minutes before anyone else can come through that door behind you. Now, there can still be people in front of you who have gone in before you and are maybe camping this up, but once that door is closed, you know you have 20 minutes before anyone is potentially going to come in from that area behind you. Now, this one, you're just going to want to go straight across this bridge. Again, I like to be really careful because, I mean, you know, if I weren't coming in here to like actively get comp boards and I was just kind of wanting to like camp this out, this is where I would do it. I would camp this bridge or this door because people are usually so bent on like running through that timed door, they're not really paying attention, and you could pretty easily get people in there that are just bringing you keys and bringing you loot. So be careful. I like to stop here, make sure I don't hear anybody around, and then we're going to go out. This is a very similar layout and room to the supervisor red card for anybody who's watched that video. Right up there is the one of the comp board spawners, but down here you're going to find 3 doors. Now, 2 of these doors, this one here and this one here, are opened via the key cards that come out of the last resort in the wasteland, and they have loot in them only. Now, this 3rd door with the green marking on it, this is your Crypt keycard door. This is going to be the one that's going to have the number 5 comp board printer in it. So pop out that keycard that you got from the Crypt. You're going to go on over here. This is going to be very similar to putting a fuse in. You're just going to insert the card in here and wait for this to open. And here we are. Here is comp board number 5 printer along with a bunch of loot. So you're going to want to go up and pop this. If it's on a cooldown, I would just hang out here. I mean, it's not a bad place to just hang out. You're already this far. Now, if you bring a tractor gun as well and you want some of these ship components, there is an elevator outside of this room that you can send these ship components down on for some free loot. There's also weapon boxes everywhere. This is a great place to pick up the P8 AR. I've picked up a bunch of them from these loot boxes. One of my favorite guns. I mean, I just like burying weapons in this game. So once you're done in that room, you've got your comp board, you've got your loot, you're going to come back out into this main area with the other two doors. And you're going to want to now go straight across. This is going to be very similar to in the red card supervisor stations. One of the ways you can go get fuses is going to be very similar. You're going to jump up on these boxes here, jump up on the second one and up onto this ledge. And now you are at comp board printer number 6. Now, if you only needed this one, you wouldn't have to go through the crypt. So if you only need comp board 6 for whatever reason, you can just go straight in here, wait for the treasure vault door to open on its timer, come straight in here, get it, and be on your merry way. But this is the second comp board to get here. Now, I would still keep your head on a swivel. I mean, people could be camping in this area just waiting for you to open these up and then take it. So just be careful. Now back over this way, this is the elevator where you can send all of those ship components down. Now, this is another really hot area, a place where people like to camp and just wait for you to bring them loot. So be very, very careful in here. But if you have loot, send it down on that elevator. Then directly back across the opposite way from the elevator, this is going to be your exit. Once you have both the comp cards and you've gotten all your loot goblin out of you, you're going to want to go over here, and this is going to take you back down into the main part of the station. And that's it, folks. It's that easy. I mean, you will run into a lot of PvP in these areas, but if you press through and you just make sure to get those cards, you're going to be just fine. I like to come in here with a team. It makes it a lot easier. But to be honest, actually, one of the easiest times I've had was just by myself. I snuck right in and went to the end. So that's it on this one, guys. If you like this content and you guys want to see more, please drop a subscribe, drop a like. It really helps a lot. I'm going to try to get the next couple of contested zone guides out here pretty soon, so be on the lookout for those. But until next time, folks, just remember, every great adventure begins with a